Hello again, everyone. I wasn't sure I'd have time to do a card today before going up to North Staffordshire, but I'm packed. I think I'm just about ready to get in the car. I can't check into the hotel till after 3, so it's going to take me 3.5 hours to get there. So I thought I'd just have a quick go now and see if I could do a card. What I want to use are these new stamps from CRAFTADDICTIONUK by Louise Dunne. I first met, in inverted commas, Louise through Clean and Simple card making, and I just loved her hand-drawn images. And I said to Steve at CRAFTADDICTION, I'm sure that you could use some of her designs. She's fab. So these are the first ones out. So I thought I would like to make a quick card, hopefully, with them. I've got 2 of the CRAFTADDICTION wonky squares, stitched wonky squares. One is for the mount, the other one is for the actual image. I want to use the eggs and this little chick, but I want to put him just behind the edge of one of these eggs. So I've got my stamp on my block. I stamped it onto a piece of masking paper. This is one side, it's got sticky on the back of the white side, and the blue side is the release sheet. So I stamped it on there, cut it out, and the cutting out is quite important in that you must cut absolutely on the line. If you have any white left on the outside, when you come to pop that onto your stamped image on your actual piece of work, there'll be a little white gap when you come to stamp the next one to it. May sound like, a bit of gobbledygook, but when you see it happen, you'll know what I mean. So the first thing is I've got a piece of, I've got enough on this piece here. I think I don't need that whole piece. This is the piece I took the larger square from. So let's just have a look and see how wide it can be. If I put him like that, I should be able, if I use the black of this, you might be able to see better. Here he is. I might be able to put him just standing there so that that bit of wing and this foot are behind that end egg. So let me stamp onto here. Here's my eggs. Here's my ink. This is Versafine Clair. Now, if I try and colour onto this, it will smear. So what I'm going to do is to clear emboss it as soon as I've stamped it, which will seal that ink, and so the alcohol markers won't affect it. Just going to pop it in here, coat that ink. Now that embossing powder will seal it so we don't get any smudges. So let's just do that now. Now, if any of the pens touch that, it shouldn't smudge. So now I'm going to mask it. Here's my mask that I've cut out. That's the release sheet. Pop it over exactly. And it's slightly tacky. You can use Post-it notes if you want to. So if you haven't got masking paper, you can use a Post-it note, and the stickiness at the back of the Post-it note will hold it in position. So I'm going to have to emboss him as well, because I want to colour him and I don't want him to run either. So let's pop him on top of the eggs, but he's going to appear behind them. There he is, and he is behind. So let me just emboss him, dunk him back into the embossing powder. There we are. And I'll heat set him as well. Seems funny, doesn't it, to put something on second and he finishes up behind. So that should fit nicely into my smaller wonky square. Okay, let's just colour these things now. I'm going to do it really kind of a perfunctory quite quickly. I've got 3 yellows. It's G, 1, 2 and 3, and 2 is the darkest of those 3. So that's the one I'm going to use for my bit of shading on the left hand side. I nearly always put the darkest part on the left for some reason. I think it used to be the light, my craft light was always on the right hand side, so the shadow appeared on the left. Right, there's one. Let's do the other one. And the third one I'll just go over everywhere. This one is 3. And even if I do go over the lines, I won't get a smear, which I would have done with an alcohol pen on that ink. There we go. Now I've got a couple of orangey sort of colours, so I'm going to use those for the beak and also for some of the stripes on the eggs. I'm just going to use basically the same sort of colours. There it is. I don't know if they have yellow orange beaks, but we've got it. Let's do some stripes on the eggs, or colours or whatever. Use the lighter one for the other half. Okay, now I thought I'd use some green, and I've got GY4 and GY8. And this is a lot darker than I thought it was. Never mind. It's quite a nice green. Oh, let's do this one here. Let's go back to the yellows for this bit here. Right, all I need to do now, I thought I'd put a little bit of grass, and I don't know whether it'll look funny if I do it in green, whether I have to do some black ones as well because of the black outline there. So let's just do a little bit of green. I'm going to use peeled paint. I think that's fine, actually. I was wondering if I'd need to use black, but I think that's fine. Right, now the only other thing I want to do is to put a sentiment. That's going to go kind of like that. And I thought, let's just pop these pens away. I thought that Happy Easter would fit quite nicely in this. Here's the Happy Easter. Some of these are quite hard to get off the carrier sheet. The bigger ones, the eggs and things, well, so what I sometimes do, if they are a bit difficult, is just to warm it slightly on the back with your heat tool. Right, let's just pop this onto a block. I think I'll use this smaller block, it might be easier. Right. These haven't been used before, so I think they're stamping absolutely. Oh, it's upside down. Happy Easter. That's going to go about there, so just above his head. Right. I know Steve does take a lot of care and thought about what quality of product to get, so I am pleased with these. Look at that, lovely. Right, I'll just cut that out, and then this card is what I might say complete. What I'm going to do is just emboss that as well, because all the other lines are nice black and shiny. So I'll do that with this one as well, although I don't need it done for colouring, just for, you know, similarity, I will do that as well. Right, pop this through the cutter. Don't think it matters which way the wobbly lines go. And what I would like to do is to have, when it goes on to the other one, have it not matching so that it makes it even more wonky, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's pop that on there. Cut this out and we're done. Okay, there it is. Take off my wonky square. Now, see, that is how they match. You know, the lines match. But if you just rotate it through 90 degrees, it just makes it a little bit more wonky. They don't match so much. This one matches a little bit. Let's go another one. I think I'll do it that way. And so that's kind of going to be it. I'm going to put that one flat, this one onto foam tape, and that's it. How did I have it? I think that was it. Okay. Oops. Now some foam tape for this. Don't forget that anything that you order from Craft Addiction UK, if you quote CAS5, that is my initials, Christine Ann Stokes, or Clean and Simple, and 5 means that you'll get 5% discount off the price, and it's reasonably priced to start with, so can't go wrong. Don't forget CAS5. So if you haven't done masking before, I hope it was, you know, a good bit of information. And if you have, just enjoy it. There we go. So there's our card, all finished, with a little masked chick behind a whole bunch of eggs. So hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't done masking before, do something like this. It's quite an easy one to do. So thank you for watching. I won't be back now until Tuesday. So I'll see you when I get back. Thanks for watching.